The teacher's daughter. In the small, vibrant town of Mwangaza in Tanzania, a prestigious secondary school stood as the pride of the community. The school was run by Mr. Mukund, a strict and respected principal whose stern demeanor earned him the nickname, the Iron Man. Mr. Mukund's only child, Miriam, was the polar opposite of her father. Quiet and studious, she spent her days immersed in books, her life confined to the rigid expectations of being the principal's daughter. Miriam, though obedient, often felt trapped under her father's rules. She longed for freedom, for the chance to explore a life beyond the boundaries of her father's shadow. That longing grew stronger when she met Dowdy, a rebellious student who was everything her father despised. Dowdy was known for his carefree attitude, his untucked school shirt, and his knack for breaking the rules. Yet, he had a charisma that drew people in, Miriam included. Their first encounter was pure coincidence. Miriam sat beneath the school's iconic baobab tree, lost in a novel, when Dowdy appeared. He teased her about her constant reading, his playful tone breaking through her quiet world. She tried to ignore him, but his persistence won her over. Over the following days, they found themselves drawn to each other. Despite their differences, a bond began to form. Their friendship blossomed into something deeper, but it was fraught with danger. Miriam knew her father would never approve. Mr. Mukund had warned her countless times about keeping her distance from students, especially one like Dowdy. The two began exchanging secret letters, hidden in the crevices of the baobab tree. In those letters, they shared their dreams, fears, and a love that grew stronger with each passing day. One evening, Dowdy invited Miriam to watch him play in a soccer match. For the first time in her life, she defied her father's curfew and sneaked out to the school's field. Watching Dowdy on the field, his determination and skill on display, filled her with admiration. When their eyes met after the match, Miriam felt a rush of emotion she had never experienced before. But their happiness was short-lived. One of Miriam's letters to Dowdy fell into the hands of her father. Furious, Mr. Mukund confronted her in her room, waving the letter like a weapon. "How could you betray my trust?" he thundered. Miriam tried to explain, but her father refused to listen. He accused Dowdy of corrupting her and vowed to put an end to their relationship. The next day, Dowdy was summoned to the principal's office. Mr. Mukund's decision was swift and severe. Dowdy was expelled. The news spread through the school like wildfire, and Miriam was heartbroken. She tried to plead with her father, but he remained resolute. "You're too young to understand what's best for you," he said, dismissing her protests. Determined not to let their love be extinguished, Miriam hatched a daring plan. Late one night, she packed a small bag and climbed out of her bedroom window. She made her way to the riverbank, the place where she and Dowdy had shared their most private moments. There, she found him waiting, just as she had hoped. Their reunion was bittersweet, a mix of relief and sorrow. Dowdy, however, refused to let Miriam throw away her future. "You have too much to lose," he told her. "We'll find another way." Together, they decided to fight for their love not by running away but by proving that they could rise above the obstacles before them. Dowdy returned to the village and began working with local youth, using his charisma to organize sports events and tutoring sessions. His efforts caught the attention of the community, and slowly, even Mr. Mukund began to see a different side of him. Miriam, on the other hand, focused on excelling in her studies, showing her father that she could balance love and responsibility. The turning point came during a school assembly. Dowdy, now a respected figure in the community, was invited to speak about his transformation. He spoke passionately about second chances and the importance of perseverance. As he spoke, Mr. Mukund watched with a mix of pride and regret. After the assembly, Mr. Mukund approached Dowdy. "You've proven me wrong," he admitted, his tone softer than Miriam had ever heard. Though it wasn't an outright blessing, it was enough to give Miriam and Dowdy hope. In the months that followed, Miriam and Dowdy continued their relationship, no longer in secret but with a newfound respect from those around them. Under the shade of the baobab tree, they often reminisced about their journey and dreamed about the future. Their love, once forbidden, became a testament to the power of perseverance and understanding. And so, The principal's daughter and the rebellious student showed that love, when nurtured with courage and determination, could bridge even the widest divides.